Sweet Home. No, not Sweet Home Alabama or Sweet Home Canada. Sweet Home is a 1989 Japanese horror film. Uh, Very much calling back to the haunted house genre and documentary, or not necessarily found on footage, but a team of documentary-ists uncovering a lost artifact that was belonged to a person or item that belonged to a certain of importance, say an artist. And this really calls back the folk tales and stories of, say, Sarah Jane and Where's My Baby type things, and other creepy folklore ideals. Sweet Home is probably best known for the video game Capcom made, which the film and video game coincide in release of the same date that they were released on. Video game is probably best known for Capcom's very first baby steps into the survival horror genre, and this was up there when the first survival horrors, probably next to, say, Alone in the Dark on the DOS, way back in the day. But this had RPG elements, or the only other like survival horror thing I can think of that had RPG elements in it were the Parasite Eve games, which I haven't played, but I've heard good things. It was a novel, then they made it into an animated film, then into a series of video games, then into live action films. So it's its own franchise. I'll probably check into it, but you know me, I'm a Silent Hill guy. I like the psychological. But this film itself, not that scary, not that much. It is, and it's not because it's subtitled. It's just that it doesn't really build up the air ambiance. It doesn't really give you a chance to breathe in and take in the creepy atmosphere. It's very go 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 into the into the horror so fast. It doesn't give you a chance to immerse yourself into the world of the creepiness. To steep you into it. It goes so fast. You don't know what's going on, and probably the best thing you'll get out of this film is that it uses pretty some cool practical effects that not necessarily jaw-breaking but fascinating at some points, and there is very much it's interesting, in Japanese folklore. But overall, it's not that great of the film. I haven't played the video game, but I'll check it out. I did download it a while ago. I got no problem with downloading or pirating, air quotes, of Japanese games that have been fan translated, because I feel justified. Because if I'm playing ROMs that I could buy, I feel guilty. Same thing with comic books. Like, if I could never get this is the only way to get it. And same thing with like bootleg films that were never released. I don't feel as guilty because, this is the only other alternative of getting it. And adds to the whole thing with the subtitled. I can get creeped out at film for subtitles. I get creeped out more because when you're reading a film that is subtitled, you think you put more investment into it because you're given time to read and focus your energy into it, than opposed to just half-hearted listening. But listening will immerse yourself visually, but here I think it immerses you more intellectually while reading it. If you're a fan of the video game, you probably would enjoy this film. Probably tons of fans have played the video game, have not seen the film, but I've seen the film first, so then I'll play the video game. Maybe I'll be like, ooh, I wonder how they implement this type of thing that they put in the film into the game. That type of thing. Happy Halloween, everybody, and a shout out to Duke Loops. Thank you. Thank you for being there for me, buddy.